The man, the myth, the legend, the fucking guy that was running late.
Oh,
Naza!
my bad, bro. I didn't mean to run late.
Fuck. You helped me out,
Mr. I may
boy.
not be your guy, but I am the guy in the building. Thank you for having me, cuz.
Naza. What's been cooking in your world, bro?
Oh, a lot, bro. A lot.
Besides holding me up for an hour.
Nah, hey, look. I've been in your situation, bro. Like, obviously, first and foremost, congratulations on the show. Like, I feel like this is a step up for me. Like, you're a man that's always trying to do something. So that's something that's really good to see that you're doing.
Thank you,
Yeah,
brother.
man. Sorry about being late. I've been in those situations where people do come late. Yeah, not much, man. I'm just glad to be here. Glad to get it cranking. You know what it is. The guys in the building. Bow.
Tell me, brother. Tell me what the fuck has been taking place, bro. You shooting films, you're doing fashion, you're starting boutiques. I want to hear it all.
Yeah, man. Where do you want me to start though?
Start.
Like, I can start.
Follow your heart.
Follow my heart. I think the main thing that I want to start on, but is just my movie, bro. Like, that's probably the first thing, like, that I think was probably the most challenging thing.
Yeah.
But then the most satisfying thing at the end as well.
Yeah.
And what I went through just to get it all up and running, for people just to see it, was a madness, bro. Because I remember when I first started writing the movie, it was 2009. Not even writing it. Like, when I first came up with the idea, it was like 2018.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I was like, yeah, I want to make a movie.
So you had the idea for this movie that you're shooting now, or just like movies in general?
Do you know what the funny thing is?
What is it?
I had the title of the movie before I had the script.
Yeah.
Like, so it's called The Tax Shop Chronicles. And like, the title itself, like, it just came to me because of obviously, like, when I was growing up in between like Zimbabwe and like South Africa and stuff like that, was a tax shop was like the pillar of the community. So like, that's where you saw everything, like drug deals, the best lollies, the best foods, drunk uncles, all of that type of stuff. So like, I don't know, I felt drawn to that. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm going to attempt to make this in Australia. But yeah, man, so the idea came in 2018 and I had no clue how to write a script. And I just kept going at it and saying, yo, like, I got to make this happen, like, no matter what. And the main thing that got me into movies was just like, because I knew that no one's ever going to put me in their movie. So I was like,
why is that? You're a pretty outgoing person, bro.
I don't know, bro.
If I was a director, I want you in my movie.
Nah, but like, it's like, I felt like the people I was reaching out to, the ones I thought would give me an opportunity.
Were they
like,
shutting doors at you?
No shutting doors, but it was just like, yeah, we'll work. Yeah, we'll work. You know them ones?
One of those, but
it's like, yeah, we'll work. But then it was just like, it came to a point where I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I am that guy. Like, I'm going to actually make this movie. Like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So yeah, fast forward, I think like 2020, I got serious about it. I took myself back to school. COVID happened. And then the first semester I'd actually learned how to write a script, like, properly. And then COVID happened, and obviously I wasn't, you know, I don't know what type of student you are, but like, I gotta be in class, like I gotta see the teacher. This online shit, like, doesn't really work for me. So like, I'll be lazing around and shit like that.
Yeah.
So then I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna like cut. Fuck. Someone.
Answer it if you want.
Damn.
Oh, no. Actually, no. Fuck off.
Hey, I'm in the middle of the interview, bro. I'll call you back.
Yeah.
I'll call you back. Yeah, I just sort of got sidetracked. It was running late. I'll call you back. Bye.
This is raw as a guest, guys. Like, fuck.
Oh, damn,
it's
bro.
crazy.
Like, I'm sorry, dog.
Nah, it's cool, but it's PC podcast, but you do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So, I learned how to write a script in school, dropped out, and then, yeah, man, the movie came out last 2021 on the 26th of December. Yeah.
Bro, tell me about who Naza is, like, from your upbringing and shit. You growing up in Zim, what got you into shit that you're doing now, and you coming to Australia? Because me and you, we went to the same school, bro.
Yeah,
Remember?
we did too.
Back in the day.
We did. We actually did. Do you know the funny thing?
Yeah.
For me, I actually got sent back to Africa.
Did you? When? What year did you go back?
So I came here in 2005.
Yeah.
And I got sent, like, my parents sent me back in 2007.
What, were you being like a bad cunt at school?
Nah, not a bad cunt, bro. Like, it was just like one of those things where, like, I'm an outgoing type of guy. Like, obviously you see me out all the time. So as a kid, like, I've always had that I just want to be outside. like
outside, we outside.
where you hey, we outside type of thing. Yeah. So like I was just like, nah, like as a kid, like I never tried to rebel against my parents, but it was just in nature of me just to want to be outside. And then so you go to a point where it's like, aunties and uncles be talking in the neighborhood and
a local gossip.
Yeah, local gossip. So like, and the way where I grew up, like, it's like Hornsby, bro. So you never really saw a lot of like black people. So the black community was like so tight knit to a point like little words would be like, yeah, we saw like your son, da 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 da. So they saw me hanging out, like I could make friends with everybody. So they saw me at the fountain and so they ended up going back home and they did boarding school for about 2 years back in Africa.
Was it mad?
It's bogus, bro. Bogus. I wouldn't even wish that on like my worst enemy. To do boarding school? Nah, bro. Like boarding school is like.
Is it tough
it's
or
like,
what? Like,
bro, it's just like prison, bro. Like I've never been to prison, but like that's what I think. That's what I think prison will be like, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's
how
like,
come? But like, why? Why is it prison like?
Like we have privacy, and like Africa really doesn't have privacy, man.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like the first morning that I was there. A lot of people probably know this story. If you're close to me, you know this story. But this is the first time I would tell this story. Not as detailed.
This is a PC exclusive, wow.
No, but like I'm not gonna tell this story as as open as how it happened.
Oh yeah.
But it was just about like my first night, like in boarding school. I remember I rocked up there, like it was in the middle of the bush. Like it wasn't even from where I lived and to where I was going to school was about like 6 hours away and shit like that.
Missions.
Yeah, like missions. And you're on the bus, bro. And like the bus, like some niggas are standing, some niggas like it's janked up.
Crowded as?
It's crowded as fuck, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So then, yeah, being out there, bro, for like 2 years, like you really have. It taught me that you have to adapt to like the environment that you're in, because obviously I experienced Australia and that's it. There's like privacy. There's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like good food and stuff like that. But when you're there, bro, like it's really eye opening. And then like forward to my parents, I was like, yeah, we're gonna teach him a lesson type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I became like an example of like what happens if you're like a bad African kid. Yeah. And you want to rebel against your parents. So I was like the poster boy, like the example. You know what I mean? So yeah, and just being out there, it was like the first night. Like I remember I cried, but.
Was it that bad?
I ain't gonna lie. But I cried, bro. Imagine coming from like Australia, eating like shit like lasagna, roll-ups,
and getting taken back to the bush.
And then you get taken back to like, you know what I mean, the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Bro, I cried the first night, and I remember I just woke up one time and I was like, okay. And then because I obviously had like fresh threads from like home, from like Australia and stuff like that. Yeah. So I put like my little shorts on, I put like my shoes on, my t-shirt. Like, you know what I mean? I take my towel, bro, and like I walk in like where everybody showers, dog. And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like I walk in, there was like 9 heads of showers that were there, right? And only 3 worked. And I think I was like in year 7. Yeah. Imagine like 60 to 50 niggas trying to shower butt ass naked. Everybody just standing there. With three there, bro. And these niggas are just having conversation like shit's normal, bro. But niggas is naked, just, yo, what's up, my G? What you doing today?
Imagine that.
I'm like, what the fuck?
What would you guys do in that situation, bro?
Oh, bro. Like, at first, I was wigged out. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Bro, it gave me 2 months later. I was like, well, what's up, dog? You
started being one of them.
You had to, bro. You have no choice.
Yeah.
Like, you had to, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so things like that happening, like, growing up and just being able to, like, adapt in different situations, just built me up in terms of resilience to be able to do whatever.
I respect it, but, like, you're one of the cunts, like, since back then, but, you know what I mean? You had 2 things, right? You always had good drip, good clothing, like, you know what I mean?
Come on, don't say that.
Honest, bro. Bro, I don't know if you remember in, like, 2015, like, we took this photo, like, in front of West Point, like, ages ago. Me, you, Sonny.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like, you've always had, like, good shit going on, bro. Like,
shout out to Charlie.
You know what I mean, cuz? What, was he styling you back then?
No, he wasn't styling me, because we lived together. Shout out to Cold Shoulder, by the way. Hope you're having fun in Spain, my boy.
Yeah, bro.
But you
always had like good styling clothing. You always like try to had shit going for yourself, but you know what I mean. And anyone that does that, but I salute them, but you know.
Nah, I respect that.
Because I know like the shit that goes behind the scenes, but you know what I mean. It ain't easy, but
it ain't.
You know.
Like, and look at you now.
Look how far you came, bro. Fucking movies, what, like, you know what I mean. You're starting a boutique. I'm seeing like the clothing.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
so like the brand itself, bro. Like
Tell me about
I
that brand.
designed. Yeah, so like what happened was like.
And what's the name of it for?
Oh, sorry. The name is Beckers. So whoever
Beckers.
keeps asking me like when's Because dropping, no, it's not Because.
When is
It's called
because?
Beckers. Beckers. Yeah. Shout out to my business partner as well.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah, man, the idea came about like fuck. Is one of those ideas when the first thing I designed was a shoe, like a women's shoe, like the high heel. I don't know in the edits if you can put it here.
Yeah, send me a screenshot. I'll put it.
Yeah, you know one of them edits. You know them edits. You know the edits I go hard, you know what I mean? But yeah, bro, like it came like I was like, bro, like it was like one of those things where I was like, bro, how the fuck do I stop going to work every day? You know what I mean? This is when I used to work at Converse, at like a shoe shop. Like a Converse, like, you know what
Converse,
I mean?
Yeah.
The warehouse. And then I was just like, how the fuck do I like I like to swear in this, right?
Bro, this PC.
Yeah. Cool.
Presidential circle. There's nothing politically correct here.
Yeah, so like I was like I remember like I worked at Converse and there were sketches across from me and then I went back home and then I was just thinking in my bed and I was just like, fuck bro, like what's one thing that can like make me like people like Steve Jobs and like you know, Mark Zuckerberg and all
so you had that entrepreneur.
Yeah, so I was just like, how, bro? And I went back to work the next day, and then I was like working at Converse. I was looking at like fucking sketches, and they played this ad of like memory foam. Yeah, I was like memory foam. I was like memory foam, man. Shit, I was like, what the fuck do I do the most? I was like, I'm always out, bro. I'm always out. And what do I see? Obviously, we see. Shout out to the girl them and that. We see the pretty girl thems and that. I was like, yeah. So
the pretty girl them.
so you see like the pretty girls and stuff, and then I'm like, yo, like what am I doing? I'm drunk. I'm like, what is it? At the end of the night, like they come with these nice shoes and they end up on their like hands or in their bags and they're walking barefooted. So I was like, damn, like imagine if you had like comfort, sexy, and still has like the luxury in one thing. So then I was like, that's how I came up with the idea for the high heel. And I hit up my boy like Jama and I was like, bro, I know you've never done this.
Yeah.
But I've got an idea. And so I pitched it to him. I let him know like what exactly I was thinking. And what I love about everybody that I've worked with, no one's ever been like, how the fuck are we going to do that? Or no one's ever been like, oh, bro, that's going to be a bit hard. Everybody I've worked with, literally, I think like I've attracted that sort of like same energy to be able to be like, I believe we can do this. So when I hit him with the idea, I was like, this is a concept. I gave him some samples. And next thing you know, bro, like the progress was long because I was working like long hours and I always hit him up like late, all this stuff. He always stay up. We'll be on like Discord. We'll be like on FaceTime, on Instagram message.
Is he here or like overseas? Or
Nah, he's here. He's in Bankstown. He's a Bankstown boy. He's in Bankstown. Yeah, so me and him worked like during COVID, bro, like the second one. That's when we were like putting in work, but we're trying to figure this shit out. This shit was hard. And then when we designed it, bro, like I was like, fuck, this is crazy. So where can we take this? And I feel like in terms that taught me a lot of like patience in terms of creating because it was like those little steps. I just saw this recently. Like those little steps like matter. You know what I mean? So whatever you're doing, no matter how big like the steps you're taking, like they matter. Like it's like if you can't see like what you're gonna do, so like if you've got an idea and you don't really know how you're gonna do that idea at the end, it's just like take whatever steps that you can see. You get what I mean? And that's what I did with the high heel. So when that came about, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna turn it into a brand. And I linked up with like obviously Yawande, aka Wiz Fizz, aka Bree. She's like my business partner / PR.
Is that the one that I used to see her like behind the scenes in your films and that, right? Is that her?
No, that's Robs. That's my other good friend, Robs.
Oh,
yeah, that's Robs. Actually, we've done a lot of work like together and stuff like that, and we're gonna continue doing a lot of great work.
100%.
But
it's good, when you find somebody you can work with, bro, and like on the same mindset as you.
Yeah,
it's hard to let them go, bro, because they're hard to come by, man.
Oh, they're hard, bro.
How much of a mission is it, like finding someone that like?
I feel like the more I looked,
the
harder it was.
Right.
Because I'll be out here looking like I'm like I need this person, I need that person. Like take my movie for example, like Hey, Tax Shop Chronicles out now. Make sure you go check it out. Link in my Instagram.
Yeah, the
Bow,
boys.
I'm gonna plug myself. I don't care.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
so, so
plug
yeah,
it,
so
plug
like,
it all.
so like, if you look at things like the Tax Shop Chronicles itself, like, I was like out here being like, how the fuck am I gonna find actors? I'm gonna have to go like star now. I'm gonna have to like pay people. I'm gonna that do all this crazy stuff, and then that causes you stress.
Yeah,
but I chilled.
Big stress.
Yeah, and I chilled, and I was like, look, like, who can fit these characters out of my friends? And like literally, bro, like it just all came together. It was like a puzzle piece, bro. Like bang, bang, like person, and just the passion that everybody had, bro. Like if you ask Chaplin, ask Chap. Like Chap was there from like the start to the end, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and like everybody was there from start to end, but like, cause you know him, like personally, like you can talk to him and stuff like that. He will tell you, but like what you guys are seeing now, you guys think, oh yeah, they just did this, but like one scene. We had to shoot. Two people were coming at different times, and they were in the same scene. And we shot that scene.
So you had to recreate it like different days.
No, same day. They were
Same
coming
day.
different times.
Yeah.
We had to shoot this person and this person, but they had to do their lines.
Yeah.
And then, as if like that person was there and that. But yeah,
so
I linked it. Yeah, it was. But I had to do that because I was like, I'm not gonna be able to get all these people together in one day again. For me to go like, yeah, that was another thing.
That just goes to show you, but people don't know what goes on behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
You got to do what you got to do, but like, and I feel like, and the funny thing about people, like they will look at you as like, okay, yeah, I know Naza because I see him every weekend. Oh yeah, you don't know me, guys. You don't know what happens from Monday to Friday when my door's locked, bro. When my head hits the pillow, whatever happens, you don't know what happens, bro. This is just me letting out, you know what I mean? Some extra energies that niggas have, you know what I mean? Just get a little bit of Henny in you, you know what I mean? Go out, do this, that. But it's different, but like, you know what I mean? Even for you, I'm pretty sure, but you probably thought of all of this shit before you came together, you know what I mean? So like, I feel like, yeah, just, I used to care about being judged on like,
right.
And I felt like that's what held me back. And I was just like, there's a gang of things that I'm going to do.
Being
like,
judged in what way?
Like, no one's going to take you serious.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, people be like, oh yeah, Naza's a con. Like, nigga, I'm a funny genius. Don't
the boys.
I'm a funny genius, bro. Don't play with me. Like,
yeah.
There's only a couple of people that could stand in front of you and be like, yo, bro, like, I believe in my shit. Like, some things you just can't teach, bro.
You got them. You got that self-confidence.
Yeah,
100%,
bro.
Fucking no.
Once you leave that house, you lock them demons back there, and then you come out here, bro. You gotta be the guy. You gotta be that person. You know what I mean?
You gotta be, yeah.
Because in a place like Sydney,
yeah,
we can be honest. Like in a place like Sydney, it's either you're gonna follow the trends, you're gonna dick ride.
Yeah.
No, dead ass.
Yeah.
Or you're just gonna get you're just gonna be a nigga like me that just does not care. That's gonna do whatever's in their heart. You know what I mean?
Which one would you be? Would you be a fucking trend rider, a dick rider, or you just gonna be a nigga like Naza who does whatever the fuck he wants?
No, just be a nigga that does whatever you want. Don't be like me because I'm only me.
Which one are you? Comment below if you want, you know? Out of them three, a dick rider, a trend rider, or whatever, or a soldier.
Nah, but like, and also saying that, like, I don't take away from like what the Sydney scene is trying to do.
Tell me about your thoughts in Sydney scene, but what's your take on it?
My take on it.
Because is
there really a scene there?
It's a weird world, eh? Like,
if you really think about it, do we really have a scene?
We
have different.
I want to hear it from you. What's your take on Sydney?
Oh, it tries to be exclusive when it's actually not. But like we're all here trying to do the same thing, and the way I look at it is just like there's so many different groups that function that still want to get supported, but they won't support other groups.
Right. So tell me about that, because I remember, right? You made a post on Instagram, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck, this sounds true. I think you said, oh, it was like a little motivational thing, like don't worry about.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. Like, and I meant that. Yeah, I was just like, yo, there's no Sydney scene. It's just a bunch of groups that, you know what I mean, go to the same events and hate on each other. And don't support each other just for like, you know what I mean? Just for the clout, bro. Like, clout drains out.
How do you think that happens, bro? Like, that whole... How do you think that energy gets created? Like people,
Tall poppy syndrome. We don't want to
Right.
see one of our own grow and become more successful than before we do. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's tall poppy syndrome. It's like crabs in a barrel, bro. Like
Crabs in the barrel.
we're all trying to drag each other down when it could be like, yo, I'll help you, I'll help you. Bro, my DMs, bro. There's a lot of people that I've tried to work with and they turned me down. When I very first started with Nas. You know what I mean? Like
I bet you they won't turn you down now.
Hmm?
I bet you they won't turn you down.
Oh, I don't even give a fuck though. Like I don't even give. I wouldn't even ask him though. That's the thing. Like you know what I mean. To me myself, I know where I'm going and I know where I want to end up. And no matter what, whether you're on the boat rowing with me or you're trying to sink it, this boat ain't sinking. This ain't the Titanic, my boy.
Yeah.
This ain't the Titanic, bro. And that's the shit I live by, bro. You know what I mean? And then I gotta strengthen, like, you know what I mean, my attention of like what it is that I want to do. I gotta acknowledge where I am, where I want to be, and I gotta start moving that way. And bro, another thing, bro, I don't know, bro. This goes out. I'm gonna be serious though. Like, if you're somebody that's trying to start something, and you're like have an idea or a vision or whatever it is, don't fucking worry about what other people are doing. Like, don't let Instagram suck you into this like hole of like you gotta be somewhere. No, appreciate where you're at because the ideas will flow. When I was forcing shit to try to do my movie, bro, I was struggling. I was sweating, bro. How I met my videographer, bro? I met him at Stratford Station because I overheard him talking about film.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I approached him. I was like, "Hey, bro, do you do film?" He says, "Yeah." Shout out to my boy Alma, by the way.
Yeah,
he shot my whole thing, edited everything, and David.
If you're watching this, bar, subscribe for the boys, you know.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean. So I met these people. It was random, bro. Like I met them at the station. I'm at the station, and I overheard him. I stopped him. I was like, "Bro, you into movies?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh yeah, I got a little script. You want to read it?" He's like, "Yeah." Sent it over to him. 2 days later, he goes, "But I fucking love it." Yeah, like, yeah, fucking know. Bro, this guy, he taught me a lot of things about what goes on about shooting a film. Yeah. Like, people watch a movie, like, right? You watch a movie, you're just like, oh yeah, that's cool. And you turn it off, you go to bed. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like when this guy introduced me to the actual film, bro, like my main thing, like, I want to be like a top director. You know, Scott Swayze, all of them. Yeah,
what's his name? Quentin Tarantino, is it?
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino and that. Yeah. So I'm trying to get on that level. You know what I mean? So then I did not realize there was like so much that, like, you know what I mean, you gotta like consider as a director and stuff like that. And then the way the Amma told me and he showed me, he laid it out how you actually properly plan out a whole movie. Yeah. But I was like, damn. I was like, so this thing is deep, bro. Like, everybody obviously has their roles. Like, you know what I mean? As a director, you just there to direct. Yeah. You know what I mean? You get to do whatever you gotta do. But like, and I was just saying that, like, you got, like, it's just good to know all of that. Others, what everybody else is doing. You know what I mean? Just to get the perfect picture. But yeah, he taught me a lot, man. And shout out to my team, bro. Like, I'm going to go out there and say, shout out to my team, the Tax Shop Chronicles. I'm not going to name all of you guys. You guys know who you are. I love you guys to death. It wasn't going to be possible without you. But the next one.
Spill the beans, man.
My boy.
Yeah, the voice.
You thought I was playing? Yeah. You thought I was playing? The next one, nah. The next one, bro. Yeah, bro. We try. I'm gonna actually attempt something like different. Like I'm gonna.
What are you trying to do with this next one?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's gonna be like. I don't know if I want to tell.
Tell him, bro. Come on, lad.
Nah, but it's one of those things. Like I'm not boasting or anything like that. It's just one of those things.
You're talking your shit, bro.
You know when you. But I don't know how you like visualization for me is so deep to a point where like I would take myself to that place where I'm just like, I already got it. Yeah. Like I got this. Like you can't tell me otherwise. Yeah. Rain, hail, shine, whatever, but snow, cyclone, whatever. You can't tell me nothing, you know what I mean? So once I've taken myself to that place, wheel up the blood clot, bro. Yeah, when I yeah, you know what I mean? But I'm also saying that, man, like it's good to like really see you having all those things that you want. Like you just really and protect the part of yourself that nobody else sees.
What is that?
You know what I mean?
What do you think is it about Naza, right? That people kind of misunderstand or judge you in, but they don't really know who you are deep down. Why don't you spill that tea?
Ask the question again.
What is it about Naza, right?
Yeah.
That people might not know, because like you said before, people might see you out like you're the life of the party, or this nigga is just a clown, but they don't know you're a genius.
Nah, okay. The thing is that, bro, what I've heard, bro, like people like when, like it's weird because I feel like I'm the most like open and outgoing person that I feel like I can be approached and you can talk to me and da, da, da. Some people after the movie, what the fuck, bro? You're like pretty chilled, like,
Yeah.
and but like when I say people, I mean like people that just know you from like the internet. You know, I mean they see your wild stories and whatnot. But like niggas from like 2148, like niggas already know like that's nice. Like that's, I know that's my boy Gucci. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things where it's just like I don't know. People just have a different picture of like I do that as well because sometimes I'll be looking at something like maybe I shouldn't talk to that person. But the next thing you know, bro, we out here vibing, bro. Yo, my guy, what's going on there? And, you know, and I don't know, man. Like, I think it's just approach people, man. Like, just be able to, like, if you feel like you're in a safe space to, like, approach somebody, just like, yo, what's up, man? Are you good? Like, going back to how I met my videographer, like, I feel
like you met him at the station, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, I feel like that was a place. It would like people would be like, what the fuck? Why would you approaching like a random person like at the station and stuff like that? But then it was just like I was drawn to like, yo, I was interested, but like if you see something you're interested in, that could lead to like other things. So don't be afraid to approach people. So it's not like a misunderstanding on Nas. It's just like I'm approachable. Like I try to be the best person I am. I know sometimes like it looks wild when niggas are on liquor and shit off the Henny, off the dumb. But that's just us releasing stress and some energies, Yeah. But other than that, bro, it's just like, yeah, we're vibe, bro. We out here trying to get to the top. Everybody will make it,
Yeah, 100%. It's important, like, to manage that. Like, you don't have an ego, Because if you have an ego, but you don't have met that videographer, If you're like, oh, no, I'm too good for this. Like, I'm not gonna approach the guy, So it's all about just. It proves as well, like you got to drive for it, Like you're willing to do whatever it takes to get your shit together. True.
Yeah, 100%. And I felt like that motivation came from me asking the people I knew to be like, after I'd sent the like little script to like a bunch of people, it was like the people I knew, and I wasn't getting the response I expected.
Right.
Like it just came down to like, okay, now nigga, you're gonna have to do this yourself. You're gonna have to, no, by any means now you have to do it. And those little things that happen to you, those little like noise or little setbacks or like people like flaking on you, doing all that stuff, like use that to be like
as the fuel to the fire,
Bow! You get what I mean? Just let it go, bro. Just put it on that. Put everything onto that, bro. Just be like, yeah, I'm gonna combine all this shit, shut it, gun it, and kill that shit, bro.
Nah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You need that, bro. You know what I mean? You need.
So like, I don't know. These days they call it L's. If you take an L, or whatever, like, but every L is a lesson. Whatever. However you interpret that, I feel like just run with that, bro.
What's the biggest L you reckon you took in this journey that you're at, or what's the biggest lesson? Besides having to push through that resilience of people like flaking on you and having to push through them like setbacks and that.
The biggest lesson?
Yeah. Was it like budgeting? Was it like getting people together? Like,
are you talking about the movie or are you talking about just my whole visionary, whole process?
Just you chasing everything that you've been building. What's a common thing that you had to kind of like struggle and overcome?
Damn, now you put me on the spot, bro. Because
a
lot's coming in mind. And the way I want to answer this question is just like the biggest... I'm going to answer just what's my biggest lesson throughout my whole journey. Just becoming the person I am.
It's becoming the man, the myth, the legend that you are.
It's just own your shit.
Own it? Like ownership?
No. Like own your shit in terms of like... I realized that I used to call myself like, yo, I'm the guy. I may not be your guy, but I am the guy.
Say that to the camera.
Like, you get what I mean? No, like I realized, you know what it is, bro? Like I always say random stuff, right? And then I realize it sometimes I will catch on like to my close mates. I feel like the guy, like even some shorties, they would start saying, "Oh yeah, the guy." Like you know what I mean? Yeah. No, but like, and then I'm like, damn, like you can really be who you really want to be. Right. You know what I mean? And then I think the lesson that to me is just own your shit. Like a good mentor of mine, Tiana Canterbury. Yeah, she just taught me just to be able to own your shit, man. Like no matter how big the world feels and how little you feel, just know that you're bigger than what you see yourself. You know what I mean? So like in terms of like whatever you're trying to do, man, just like go for it. Like you know what I mean? The only thing like that's stopping us is pretty much, you know, weakness of attention and probably the poverty of imagination. Shout out to Bob Proctor. God damn, I dropped
this nigga's preaching.
God damn, Bob Proctor. RP to Bob Proctor.
Say that again. What is it?
It's just a weakness of attention.
Weakness of attention.
And poverty of imagination.
Poverty of imagination.
Yeah. So a weakness of attention meaning that you got to know where you want to be. You got to know where you want to, like where exactly you want to be.
Bro, your phone be buzzing, bro. That's like your fourth phone call.
I don't even know, bro. That's the thing. Yeah. So you just got to know where you are, where you're going, and stuff like that. Like you know what I mean. You got to focus on your goal, like on some like you got to be on it and poverty of imagination. But be a kid, bro. Imagine anything you want in your life. Like, be a kid. Like, listen to a lot of, like, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and it made me realize that, bro, you can literally be whoever the fuck you want to be.
Angie.
Like, it doesn't matter where you are in life right now. Like, that shit can change, but that shit would change, like crazy. Like, I'm not trying to preach and sound like some, hey, yo, I'm not trying to preach and sound like some nigga that's be out here like, yo, look at me, I'm woke. Nah, but like it's legitimate.
Are you woke?
Shit, but
are you woke?
Am I woke?
Yeah. I mean, bro, you tapped into Bob, whatever his name is.
Bob Proctor.
Yeah. That indicates that you're tapped into some sort of information.
No, yeah, I'm tapped into something. I wouldn't say I'm woke, like, because woke. I hate the word woke because some of these people here in Sydney and like wherever else, like this work thing, bro, they're taking it to another level. Like I don't know. I don't want to talk about them people because then they might attack me. But like,
they might cancel you.
I ain't getting canceled, nigga. Nigga.
You earn your shit, so they can't cancel.
I ain't getting canceled for what reason? Cancel who? My grandma does juju. Don't fuck with me.
Nah, this guy, he's going back to Zim.
No, I'm joking.
Yes, sir.
For real though, like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't say I'm woke, bro. I just every day I learn about who I am and where I want to go. You know what I mean? And it's just like one of those things where it's like you can't stop somebody that knows where they're going.
You always gotta be a student, eh? That's what I feel like.
100%, bro. Talking about students, bro. I'm sorry to cut you off, but talking about students, bro. One thing you gotta do in life. I don't know.
Take notes, guys. Take notes.
How
Ready?
old you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to have somebody that's way older than you. You need to have an old friend. Because them people, they're like walking libraries, bro. Bro. I got one. I got like an old friend. He's about like 70 right now.
Oh, yeah?
He drops, bro, I talk to him
free game?
every game. Game on everything, bro. Game on life, game on, you know, situations I've been dealing with. Shorties, like whatever, you know what I mean? Like, no, but like he's like, he drops gems on me, bro.
Nah, yeah, bro, because he's lived like probably
bro.
Life,
so
you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. Like,
he's been through it all, true.
Yeah. So like, what I'm saying is just like you gotta have like an older friend, but I'm not talking about if you're 25, have a friend that's like 30. Like, no, but like someone that's
older,
been through life. Because with this nigga, bro, I talk to him like every day. You know what I mean? I don't know if he wants me to name drop him, but he probably gonna like
if he knows, he knows, you know?
Shout out to Dario Manifest.
Oh, yeah? Is that the crumper?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Bro, that
nigga's fit as hell for his age.
I'm telling you guys.
It must be them big stomping on the ground.
Bro, this nigga
that keeps him in shape, bro.
That nigga's got so much gems on life that I feel like he's the most misunderstood person, bro.
Yeah?
Like, I feel like even me, I misunderstood him when I was young. And he always told me, he goes, when the student's ready, he'll come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for him, I feel like he's always tried to build that sort of like uncle,
like
father figure,
role
role
model
model
vibes.
type of thing. And he's just misunderstood, man. And I just feel like for me and him linking, it came at the right time. And like, I would literally buzz him in the morning, like on my first break at work, and be like, "Yo, how you feeling? You good?" He'd be like, "Yeah, I'm good, man." And he's just his energy is just always tops, you know what I mean? And it just that helps, cause if you call niggas sometimes, you be like, "Yo, my nigga, what do you have to?" "Hey, yo, nigga, what do you want, man? I'm out. Yeah, I'm driving right now." Like niggas don't have time. And the main thing he told me, he goes, as you get older, all you got is time, bro.
Niggas need to make time for each other, right? Like, you never know what goes on behind the scenes, bro.
At this age, bro, like niggas making time. I feel like I think
like,
Kun said this. He goes, sometimes, bro, you realize that the thing that connects you is because you love the same thing.
Yeah, the boys.
You know what I mean?
It tells me you've been watching the pod.
Yeah,
fucking
like
Kun, it's true, but hey, like when you think about it,
it actually is, bro. Because
like,
when you actually think about it, it's just like, if I'm drinking with a nigga, we're gonna be friends when we're drinking. But if we drink too much, we might fight or we might swing. Like,
and it always happens.
And it always happens. But then the funny thing is that, like, it's never like a thing like we can talk about it the day after, because the day after we're back at it. Go, what's up, my nigga?
Yeah.
Boom, we're drinking again.
Bro.
So I feel like, bro, like me, like I'm trying to be able to reach out to different niggas that I feel like they're like, I'll be like, this nigga will gel with this nigga will gel. Just to create some sort of like a safe space for niggas to be able to be like, even if they're going through shit, to call in and be like, yo, well, yeah, like, you know, this happened. You know what I mean? So this past like week, I've been talking to a couple of niggas that we're all gonna link, kick back, you know what I mean, have some food, talk, and be like, yo, like, what going with you, what going with you, what going with you. Some of these niggas have like never met.
Real convos, right?
Yeah. Some of these niggas have never met before, and I feel like just to create that, it just saves niggas from crying in front of girls. Like, you know?
Have you ever cried in front of a Saja?
Nah,
don't lie. Don't lie.
See, now you gotta cut that.
Don't lie, bro.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Bro, the way I grew up, bro, like,
yeah.
Not even the way I grew up, bro, but like, not understanding how to like express emotions and shit.
Yeah, similar story, bro. Like, you know.
Yeah, not being able to express emotions. It's hard, bro, because then you build up all this shit that when that person that you feel comfortable in front of, and then you let the tears drop. Once you let the tears drop, and then they leave you.
Yeah. You're like, fuck, I should have saved them tears.
I should have hold my shit, nigga. I should have stayed.
Save your tears for another day.
You know what I'm saying? That I feel like, bro.
I feel you, bro.
As a man, I'm a man, though. We do have emotions, and I feel like, bro, this whole walking around angry at the world, I used to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe there's still some inside of me. But I don't mean to be that person, bro. I'm out here trying to, like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to create something that outlives me.
100%.
I'm not out here to be drunk and fighting niggas. Like, you know what I mean? And, yeah, man, I just feel like niggas should just be able to talk. Like, talk to your niggas.
What made you, like, walk around, like, angry at the world type vibe? Because, like, me and Kun were talking about in our previous podcast, bro, like, that family structure, bro, it does something to you, man. Or just environments in general, you know?
But I feel like just because I don't know. Were you born here?
Nah, bro. Come on.
Yeah, so obviously I wasn't born here too.
Yeah.
And like
when we linked up, we used to go to Evans.
yeah, we went to Evans together. So Evans is like an ESL school for the niggas that don't know English.
Yeah. Nah,
but
yeah.
In honest truth, bro, like just to be able to, not to be able to. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But like growing up in Africa, bro, as a village kid, and you don't see men cry at all. Like you don't even see men show emotions or whatever. Like, and I don't want to dive too deep into it.
Nah,
like,
go in there, bro, if you want.
But like, it's just like you said, that family structure. Like just fuck shit happens. You know what I mean? And then if you're a man, you gotta be like, nah, nigga, like You gotta cop it, bro. You just gotta keep going.
And
that affects you like
this is
later.
real converse too, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that affects you later, bro. Like in everything that you do, bro. Like if your mind is not correct, bro, you go from like a victim to like a predator, bro. I'm like, yeah,
demon.
You become like whatever happened, bro.
Yeah.
Abuse, whatever. Let's say whatever, bro. You become that. But I feel like some people can break out of that and be like, that happened to me. I can't let that continue. I gotta break the cycle.
You can't submit to it, eh?
Yeah, you can't submit
that.
to it, yeah. Bro. Like niggas are too scared to be like, yo, like I went to therapy, but I did like 2 years of counseling about 2 years ago.
How was that?
It was. I was able to talk, bro. That's the main thing. But after that, then that's when I was able to let go of some stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I feel you, bro.
But I'm just talking about trauma. Like I don't want to dive into it. Like what really
you don't have
it
to,
is.
bro.
You know what I mean?
But
like it's just like it's trauma, whatever it is, bro. People go through shit, bro. Like
fucking Earth, bro. Every single person, bro. It doesn't matter who you are. The toughest guy on planet Earth, bro. Everyone, bro.
Every cunt goes through it.
Like it's not even just niggas too. White folks, phobes, fucking Asians, everyone, bro.
Everybody, bro.
I see it, man. You know,
and it's just
the more I see it, bro, the more like fuck, like. Bro, these conversations need to happen.
Yeah,
you know. See me when me and
100%.
When me and Omay done the podcast the other day. You know, bro, niggas were like calling and shit. Like, bro, that was mad. You know, like you niggas were talking like some real shit. You know, because it takes like someone like you to like tell your whatever. Like, oh yeah, I went to therapy. For a nigga to come out of closet and be like, oh yeah, fuck, I'm gonna go try therapy now. You know?
Yeah.
Because you know how niggas are too cool.
Like, too cool for school type of
sick
thing.
cunt. You know what
and
I mean?
bro, I think that's what it is. That niggas end up in places like jail, dead, and stuff like that. Because to be honest, I was going down that right. I wasn't bad. I was just out here not giving a fuck. You know what I mean?
Definitely, bro.
And just trying to be somebody I'm not. You know what I mean? And the more you learn about yourself, I'm not there yet. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know, I'm not 100% there. Every day is like a lesson, bro. You gotta learn from whatever you're going through. But like, I feel like I'm out of those holes where, like, you know what I mean? They affected relationships. They affected the way I saw the world. They affected everything. And I'm not gonna lie. I used some of like my creativity to hide that. Like I put all my focus into like, you know, like the movie or like designing shoot, like, just to cope with things. You know what I mean? But at the end, I realized that it wasn't helping because when it's all happened and you look at it, you're like, oh wait, is that it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it's like you're standing there and you're looking at it and you're like, I thought this whole time things were... So my advice is just take the right steps, bro. Like take the right steps. Like not the right step. Whatever feels genuinely for you, just to protect your mind. Your mindset comes first.
Always.
Whatever feels genuine for you to protect your mindset, do that. Like follow that. And don't get caught lacking, nigga.
This guy, you were just on the right track, but now you're talking about don't get caught lacking.
No, I mean in life though. I
feel.
Not like fighting and shit. No, bro. Like I'm just.
I know what you mean.
I had to break it up. It's getting too intense, bro.
It's people need to hear, bro. You get me, cuz? Like this type of shit.
See, we're still learning to talk, bro.
Yeah, like this conversation needs to happen, bro. You know what I mean? Because you never know who's gonna watch it. 2 people might watch it, you know. Like, and 2 people might like change a thing or 2. Correct? You know, cause I feel like every information that this is what I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to talk to all the people that people think, oh, they like this and that, break him down, bro. You know?
Yeah.
So they can like
just to really show true character.
Yeah, true character, bro, and like whatever made him like that, bro. You know what I mean? See, people might not know, like they didn't know about some of the stuff that you're talking about. You get me, cuz? And now they will. You know what I mean? Some of the people might not know like shit that's going on with me, like. And then they will, you get me, bro?
Yeah,
it just takes opening them doors, like let people know, bro. You get me, bro? See me, right? I had this mate that I had a friend, yeah, like real shit, you know, and he passed away, bro, like some crazy shit, right?
Bro.
Yeah, man, and it's like it fucked me up, right? And the first thing that I thought of, bro, like literally the first thing that I thought of when that happened, I'm like, fuck, bro, I gotta sort myself out.
Meaning what though? What do you mean to yourself
Like,
out?
because we used to talk about like, oh yeah, like you know how you're talking about like you didn't express yourself, like you're holding on shit, like suppressing emotions and shit, bro. Same story with me, you know. Like I'm a quiet guy, like I keep to myself and shit, you know. And I sort out my own problems. Like I don't ask for help or none of that shit, you know. What I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't really talk to
you
people.
thug it out type of thing.
Like I soldier on, you know what I mean. Unless like I'm really close with you, like then we can have like a proper convo, you know. But now, I'm like, fuck. Like when that situation happened, but like it done my head in, you know. And it led me down a rabbit hole of like fixing like certain shit me and him used to talk about, you know, shit that he used to pull me up about, you know, bro.
Okay, so you started sort of like
he used to give me free game. You know, you're talking about
free game. Yeah. Okay, so you started applying certain things.
Yeah, I started like doing the applications for it. You know, bro, and like I feel like I'm letting go of a couple of shit. You know, like I'm more expressive now, bro, and I don't give a fuck what's what. You know.
Yeah.
Like straight up shit, I'll tell you what it is. Whatever you want, I'll fucking tell you right now, bro. You know?
Yeah.
Because you never know, bro. And that's because that situation had, like, it didn't have to, but like when that happened, it kind of like, oh yeah, fuck. But I don't wanna walk around like a fucking. With all
but it's ugly, bro. Like you're just carrying certain things, like, and it's just like, bro. Imagine
there's a story for you guys. You know, this is like this shit that people don't know about, you know, bro? Like, you know, people walk around like, oh, this nigga's always quiet. Who the fuck does he think he is and shit?
But niggas are fighting, you know?
They don't fucking know what's going on, bro.
The whole shakedown in their head.
They just see Gucci, but they don't know who the fuck Gucci is, you know? Yeah, bro.
And you just get judged from the outer.
Get judged, bro. Like, this nigga always like, he's too rude. Like, I'm not fucking rude, but get to know me, nigga.
Yeah. Like, it's just, like I said, remember, like approach niggas. Like, be able to approach niggas, like, and make sure if you're approaching it, come with the good energy there.
Come with the good energy. Yeah. See, me, I'm like, if you come with me correct, then it's correct. You know right. What I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're trying to be a mad cunt, this and that, you, like, nah, bro. You know?
Niggas are too grown for that, bro. Like, and I feel like it's just, now, bro, it's just like, it's time to look after your niggas, bro. Like, especially in the time
to look after yourself first.
Yeah, look after yourself, 100.
After you sort out whatever you're lacking, and you kind of like have information on that, then you apply it to your niggas.
But I feel like you and your niggas can grow at the same time, though.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Because like me, if somebody like me, right,
yeah,
has got an OG like who's dropping gems on me,
yeah,
and I'm like, damn, I got some gems. Like, I just want to see where my boys' head is at, and I'm like, yo, let's grab a dinner, let's grab a drink or whatever, let's grab dinner, whoop to whoop, and you got a bag of niggas there. You got like 6-7 niggas. You talk, yo, what's up? Drop a little gem, and then that's when niggas start opening up. Like, be like, yeah, so yeah, nigga, I'm alright, but you know, my girl's fucking with my hair, and then all this shit starts to come through, and then by the time niggas go home and hit that pillow, their mind is not so heavy, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because they've let that shit out, even though we couldn't help maybe at the time as friends, but you've let that thing out, and that's what I mean. Sometimes therapy works for some people, but you just gotta find what works for you.
Yeah.
But I do recommend it. I do recommend seeing like a therapist, because hurt people type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, there's people in your life maybe you probably not wanted to hurt, and you've hurt them, and then people have hurt you, and you're like, no, fuck that. Everybody's gonna cop it. And imagine living like that, bro. Like, I don't want to live like that no more. Like, it sucks, bro. Like, you're just carrying out a burden. Like, you're just having these hard kind, or like want to be hard kind. I'm not a hard kind, but I don't want to fight. I want to make comedy. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to be a funny guy. I don't want to be able to, I don't want to fight. I don't want to swing at anybody. Like, fuck that. But if I do have to, though, I'll protect myself.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
You know what I mean?
Nah, yeah, but listen, I appreciate you like sharing like some of that stuff. You know
yeah,
what
bro,
I mean,
but be real, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I respect that, bro. You know, it takes ballsy niggas to like open up and open doors for different people. You know.
But thank you for giving me the opportunity.
You know the vibes, bro.
You know what I mean? That's gang.
I don't give a fuck if 5 people watches this. As long as 5 people watch it, you know what I mean. That's 5 people that got free game off it.
It don't matter, bro.
You get what I mean,
you
bro?
What I mean? But I appreciate you, though.
Nah, yeah. PC podcast. You know the fucking vibes. Like, subscribe, comment, fucking. If you don't want to watch the whole episode, there's gonna be timestamps so you can clip whatever topic that you want to watch and
bow.
If it ain't PC, don't concern us.
Yes, Eski.